Another day, another controversial take. Buckle in. Hey guys, what is up? It's HVL Manga here and welcome back to the YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be something new and it was very much inspired by my good friend Plasm from Plasm's Manga. Make sure to go check out his channel, subscribe, watch his videos, all that sort of stuff. Let's be real here. I feel like in the manga space, and in a lot of spaces just in general, people always talk about, stuff that they want to consume, right? So in manga, it's like, manga I want to read. Manga on my TBR, and they have like 50 different series in their analyst profile just waiting to get read. Today, I decided to take a little bit of a different approach. I'm going to be talking about manga series that I have no plans on reading. These are series that there is not an ounce of my persons that want to read them. So today, I am going to be telling you guys 5 manga series that I don't want to read. Now, when I say that I don't want to read them, it doesn't mean that these series are objectively bad. They just personally, maybe they just don't float my boat. And that's okay. So let's not delay, let's get right into the first manga series that I never plan on reading. And this is starting off exceedingly controversial. I realize that. That series is A Silent Voice. Yeah. So A Silent Voice is a very, very popular title, and it actually got reprinted recently by Kodansha in those beautiful hardcovers. Okay, I say beautiful, I love the quality, I love the feel, like the quality is spectacular, but am I the only one that hates the cover? Like, I don't like it. Regardless though, let's talk about why I will never, or more than likely never, read A Silent Voice. I am someone that doesn't like to really double dip. So what do I mean by double dipping? If I watched an anime for a series, I more than likely will not watch the manga. Read the manga. If I read the manga for a series, I will more than likely not watch the anime. I don't know why, that's just kind of how I've been. That's why I don't watch a whole lot of anime. I read the manga, right? But actually for A Silent Voice, I watched the anime first. And I actually really loved the anime. The anime I thought was really, really good. It made me very sad, but I thought it was very, very good. So I just don't feel the need to reread and to double dip and to read A Silent Voice. I feel like the anime did a good job, and I'm okay with that being the way that I consumed A Silent Voice. I probably started off with one of the most controversial takes because people love that series, that manga. People love it. And I guess I'll just never know. Okay, so the next manga series that I am not planning on reading, this one honestly might be one that I do read eventually, but I don't think I'd ever pick it up. I have been so close to picking up this series on a plethora of occasions. Like, I'll be in stores and I'll see it and I'll pick up the first volume and I open it and I'm immediately like, girl, you can't do this. You ain't gonna like it. And that series is unfortunately none other than Mob Psycho 100. So this one actually hurts a little bit because I want to read the manga and I want to do it, but the main reason why I don't see myself actually taking that step and actually reading the manga is probably, the reason that everyone's thinking of right now, the artwork. I personally do not like the artwork. I know the artwork is charming to some people and there's like a unique vibe to it and it's just very different, but I just can't get over it. I have a very there's a lot of manga series honestly that I won't read because I'm not a fan of the artwork. Like, the artwork is a huge, huge part of manga for me. I know some people prefer the story more and don't really care what the art looks like, but I need a good balance of both art and story, and I feel like Mob Psycho, though the art is charming in its own way, I can't get over it. I have been so close to picking it up so many times, but then I open the manga and I'm like, girl, you are not gonna like this. The art is gonna kill it for you. And, Mob Psycho is, I've heard, a really, really good story, and if I want to consume the Mob Psycho, story, I can just watch the anime. I've heard incredible things about the anime. One of my best friends, May, she loves it, she raves about it, and that's not normally her thing. So if I want to consume the Mob Psycho story, I'll probably just go the anime route, and then I'll be fine. I can still understand Reagan and the whole memes with him, but I can't get past the artwork. Okay, so this next manga series that I never plan on reading, this one has the least amount of reasoning behind it and more of a psychological thing, and you guys are probably gonna think I'm insane. That series is none other than Black Butler. Let's talk about it. I don't even know what Black Butler's about. I know nothing. literally head empty. Like, I don't know anything about Black Butler. And the reason why, though, it's on this list is for two reasons. Number one, I don't hear anyone talking about it. Like, literally anyone. I watch a lot of manga YouTube, and I don't see a single person talking about Black Butler. You know, that might be, you know, an exaggeration, but I don't see many people talking about Black Butler. I don't even see a lot of people having it in their collections. And a lot of what I read is based off of recommendations and suggestions. So when a series is like never talked about, I'm just like, what's wrong with it? And the other part of it is, and probably like the bigger part of it, whenever I go into, you know, the beloved Barnes and Noble, you know, doing my thing, looking at manga, tell me why. Tell me why there is always the entire series of Black Butler and like multiple copies of the entire series. Tell me why. See, when I see that, I think to myself, I'm like, oh, people aren't buying this, so it's probably not good. Because, you know, certain series like Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, you know, the really popular ones, Blue Period, like popular manga and manga that is well received and manga that people like, fly off the shelves, right? Black Butler, boy, like both of my, or like not even both, like several Barnes and Nobles that are around me are just stocked of Black Butler, and I never see anyone looking at it. I swear it's the same copies. So in my mind, it's like if people aren't buying it, like probably not good. And is that an assumption? Yeah. Is it maybe the best manga ever? Potentially. So the next manga series that I have for you guys today is probably one that a lot or a majority of us can agree with. That is The Girl on the Shore. Let's talk about The Girl on the Shore. I have heard nothing but bad things. Like, literally nothing but bad things. And the reason for that, I do know the controversy with it, and the controversy is what makes me not want to read it. So the controversy is essentially, it's children doing adult things, and I just don't want to read about that. Like, that's not an ounce of my persons wants to read that. Like, that just is not something that I even want to think about. Like, no. And I feel like when people either get this in their hauls or in their collections, it's normally like coupled with the sentence, I'm buying this because I like the mangaka and I want to have everything of the mangaka, like all of the English releases of this mangaka. So that's fine, but that doesn't make me want to buy it. And the last, this isn't like a specific manga, but it's kind of like a genre, I don't know if genre is the correct word, but type of manga. I actually posted this on my Twitter and I got some heat, so I feel like I might get heat on this video as well, but you know what, I'm gonna say it anyways. The next type of manga that I don't ever see myself reading is any Disney manga. So recently, I don't know if you guys have noticed, you know, Tokyo Pop especially, and a little bit of Viz, has been pushing out Disney-related manga. You know, some examples are Deadpool Samurai, which I've actually heard is kind of good, Cruella, was it Daffy Duck, the duck one? I don't know. Regardless, there's recently been more of a saturation of Disney manga in, I guess, the manga market. Here are my thoughts. Why I won't ever read it? Well, number one, it's not to my demographic, right? Disney manga is made for children, right? They're made for a younger audience, so I'm not a younger audience. I don't plan on reading that kind of manga. And two, it's like, to me, it just, like, if I want to consume that story, like, so for example, I think it's like a Luke Skywalker manga. If I wanted to consume Star Wars content, I would just go watch the movies or the new TV shows. Like, I would go to, like, the source material almost. Like, I don't feel the need to read a manga about something that I grew up watching, like the source material. You know, like, there's just a disconnect for me, and again, it's totally not my demographic, right? It is made for children, and I am not a child, believe it or not. So, I don't ever see myself picking up or reading a Disney manga. I'm just kind of slightly adverse to it, like the Deadpool. Like, if I wanted to read about Deadpool, I would go read the original comics, or I would go watch the Deadpool movies. Love Deadpool. But, like, I don't feel the need to. I would just go to the source. I don't know. Again, it's totally not my demographic, it's totally not marketed to me, and I realize that. And it's great to get kids into manga, and it's great to introduce them, but it's just not for me. And that's totally fine. And if you read Disney manga, that's fine. But it's just not for me. I don't think I could ever do it. So guys, those were all of the manga, or at least part of all of the manga that I never plan on reading. There is a wide list of manga that I don't plan on reading. So if you want a part 2 to this video, let me know because I can make that happen. So again, I just want to reiterate, this is not me saying that those series are objectively bad. I just don't plan on reading it. And again, I like starting conversation, maybe a little bit of controversial conversation. Just to reiterate, everyone has different tastes, everyone has different preferences, and that's okay because if we all like the same thing, that would be boring. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I would love to know what are some manga series that you never plan on reading, and why is that? So guys, thank you again so much for watching today's video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.